Welcome back. I'm getting started once again in the hopes of trying to generate a stream of income, being that my job, um, the pay rate is terrible, and so is the volume of work available. So I'm really struggling here financially. And since I don't have any capital or resources or any type of assistance, the only thing I can think of is trying to once again generate some kind of stream of income online, and I can probably get something going with no upfront costs. A lot of these programs that I'm using are free, but they do have certain limitations. You don't get the whole enchilada, so to speak, unless you pay for a subscription. Then you get all of the other tools, and I guess it makes things a lot easier. I'm not a professional content creator. That's why my videos they're not gaining much traction, but I still do it because it does give me a certain sense of satisfaction. And besides that, I was hopeful. I was hopeful that my story from my little corner of the world will resonate with many people. Being that I've seen so many videos on TikTok and YouTube where people talk about their financial struggles and low wages, cost of living, inflation, and all that good stuff. So I thought that maybe my story will resonate or people might um, empathize with it, but it has not been so. But once again, I'm not upset about that. I do understand that I'm a complete amateur, so I can't complain. But regardless, I still get a sense of satisfaction in putting my story out there, making the videos, editing the videos, and trying to get those ideas out there in the hopes that maybe I'll generate some kind of stream of income. I'm not looking to become rich or highly successful. All I want is to earn enough to support my family, pay my rent, put food on the table, like it used to be before 2024, you know. But yeah, well, I've had these stories in my mind. One of them is actually a true experience, and then a couple other is stories that I heard from my grandmother. And the other one was a story that I heard from both my grandparents. They were talking about another couple that they knew and the line of work that that couple's sons used to do. And the other one is one that I just imagined. Yeah. So anyway, we are also having an energy crisis here in Ecuador, which is terrible. For example, this past week, Monday to Friday, the lights went out from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night, and from 2 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock in the morning. But today, Saturday, the electricity went out at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I was about to make this very same video, and boom, the lights were out, and they just came back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So from 11 to 4, I was just sitting here idle, anxious to complete my videos. Even though I'm not making any money from it, it does give me a great sense of satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment. At work, for example, the first hour I logged in, I earned $1. And after that, I was like, man, forget it. So I threw in the towel, and then I logged in about an hour later, and for like 3 more hours. And the fourth and last hour that I was logged in, I earned 60 cents. So that's what sucks about this job, the inconsistency. Like I said, it wasn't like that before. It's been like that as of this year, 2024. Just to be honest, I'm really wasting my time whenever I log in and try to make some money because imagine logging in for a few hours at a time and only earning a few bucks. It's terrible. And sometimes only a few cents. And that's why I'm desperate to get these projects going online because it's the only thing I can do without any money up front. It would help if I can pay for some of these subscriptions for AI, like text to video and stuff like that, but I just can't afford it. Sorry if I went off track there, but like I said, in this issue with the electricity, before that, at least, even though I wasn't earning anything during the earlier hours of the day and afternoon, or not earning enough, at least in the afternoon and night, I was like, oh, cool. You know, I'll just make my videos, edit my video, whatever. But yeah, so uh, I have a few ideas. I got one of the stories down packed on audio. So I found this video here on YouTube. It says turn text into full animated video for free with AI. But what caught my attention was this right here.
Now, the next step is I need to turn that script right here that I copied over into a audio file. And I'm going to use AI for that as well. This is called 11 Labs. It's one of the best text to AI voice generator. And you could use all these different presets of these different people. So I listened to some of these and I'll just give you a quick preview what this sounds like. And again, I'm using this for free, but they do have an upgraded option if you want more characters here.
So, you know how you play with your toys and use your imagination to create different stories and situations, right?
Okay, so you get the idea what that sounds like. But again, they have different languages, they have different characters, and you could use any one of them. And I'm going to press download right here. This download option is going to download this as an MP3 file on my computer.
I wrote the story here on Google Translate. It's an original story and copied this and pasted it on ChatGPT and asked to check for clarity and grammar. So it's not like I asked ChatGPT, hey, make me this story. So as far as ChatGPT, that's what I use it for. I basically just use it to check for clarity and grammar. And it's very helpful. So I copy this, right? And I pasted it here to the 11 Labs, which is what the guy from the video was talking about. This is the voice that I chose, I in Cartwheel, because it said, I guess, for mystery and whatnot, thriller. And all you do here is generate the speech, and then as soon as it generates the speech, you download it. I'm not gonna do that because I already downloaded it earlier, and I have it right here.
The Unwelcome Presence. When I was 8 years old, I had a habit of walking around with my head lowered, always staring at the ground. My parents were always on my case, telling me to raise my head, but it had become second nature to me. One day, my family and I were sitting happily in the living room, enjoying the brand new furniture that my father had purchased and had just been delivered. My father had a way of celebrating and downing a few beers for just about any milestone or accomplishment, no matter how big or small. The living room was filled with joy, and we were all feeling good. The two big, plush chairs seemed to have grown their own shiny fur. One was a bright olive green, and the other was identical, except it was bright yellow. The couch, shaped like a crescent moon, was a vibrant red with black scatter cushions, all of which, soon enough, would be covered in plastic. Suddenly, I felt the urge to pee, so I got up and left the living room. I walked past the dining room, turned right down the hallway, and made my way to the bathroom. As I walked, with my head down, staring at the floor, each one of my sneaker-laden feet came into view, one after the other. Back and forth, almost like an automatic guidance system carrying me wherever I wanted to go. With each step, my sneakers occasionally gave out a squeak on the polished wooden floor, as if in protest. My bell-bottom corduroy pants made a soft swooshing sound, almost hypnotic, like the steady beat of a heart. It was strangely comforting.